didn't just kill the V8, they buried it, paved over it, and built a silent, soulless iPad on wheels right on top of its grave. For decades, those three letters, AMG, meant one thing: absolute, unadulterated brute force. They meant a hand-built, twin-turbocharged sledgehammer that spat fire, drank gasoline, and commanded absolute respect on the asphalt. The original GT four-door wasn't just a car, it was an apex predator. But today the predator has been neutered. Mercedes-Benz has officially crossed the point of no return. They have unveiled the all-new, all-electric AMG GT four-door coupe, and it is the ultimate proof that the brand is actively destroying its own legacy. The visceral thrill of driving, the mechanical symphony, the pure, unfiltered danger, it is all completely gone. And the worst part isn't the silence. The worst part is the lie. Mercedes knows they stripped the soul out of this machine, so they tried to engineer a fake one in a lab. Enter the AMG FORCE S Plus system. This isn't innovation. This is a slap in the face to every driving enthusiast on Earth. They took a 5,400-pound battery pack and programmed it to pump a synthetic, artificial V8 soundtrack through the cabin, mimicking the legendary roar of the AMG GTR. It even fakes gear shifts. It violently jerks you around in your seat to pretend there is a mechanical transmission underneath you, blatantly ripping off the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. You are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a car that lies to you. It is automotive cosplay. It's a holographic projection of a rock star, completely devoid of the sweat, the grit, and the reality that made AMG the undisputed king of the Autobahn. To distract you from this devastating loss of character, Mercedes has decided to bludgeon you with numbers. And mathematically, the specs are absolutely terrifying. Built on the brand new bespoke AMG EA architecture, this isn't a car, it is a ballistic missile. The flagship GT63 4MATIC Plus utilizes 3 cutting-edge axial flux motors to unleash a reality-bending 1,253 horsepower. Engage launch control, and you are hit with 1,475 pound-feet of instant neck-snapping torque. It will obliterate the 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint in 2.1 seconds flat, factoring in a 1-foot rollout, and tear past 124 miles per hour in just 6.8 seconds. Keep your foot buried, and this silent assassin will hit an electronically limited top speed of 186 miles per hour. They also offer a base model, the GT55, but with 805 horsepower, calling it entry-level is a complete joke. But straight-line speed is cheap in the EV era. The real nightmare for AMG engineers was the physics. Both the GT63 and GT55 weigh an astronomical 423 pounds. You cannot ignore that kind of mass, so Mercedes had to throw a supercomputer's worth of chassis tech at it just to keep it from flying off the road. We are talking about advanced AMG active ride control air suspension with semi-active roll stabilization and fully adjustable shocks. It features aggressive rear axle steering that turns the back wheels opposite to the front at up to 50 miles per hour to artificially shrink the car in tight corners. To stop this 2.5-ton behemoth, massive carbon ceramic front brakes come entirely standard. You have 9 levels of traction control, variable torque distribution, and a response control dial on the console. It handles exactly like a video game because, fundamentally, it is one. Powering this digital beast is a massive 106 kilowatt-hour battery pack running on a state-of-the-art 800-volt electrical system. If there is one genuine engineering triumph here, it is the charging capability. This car supports DC fast charging at an unheard of 600 kilowatts. If you can actually find a charger powerful enough, you can blast this battery from 10 to 80% in exactly 11 minutes. Just 10 minutes plugged in buys you 285 miles of range. Maxed out, the GT63 promises 432 miles on a single charge, with the GT55 stretching that to 435 miles. It is devastatingly efficient, but efficiency has never been what AMG is about. AMG was about excess. It was about the smell of unburned hydrocarbons and the violent vibration of 8 cylinders fighting against their engine mounts. Then we arrive at the design, and the betrayal is complete. Step inside and you are no longer in a driver's cockpit. You are sitting inside a smartphone. The cabin is dominated by a 14-inch central screen, a 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, and an optional 14-inch screen just for the passenger. The roof is a gimmick, a Sky Control panoramic glass panel that changes colors on command. It's slathered in carbon fiber and ambient lighting, masking the fact that you are fundamentally isolated from the act of driving. But step outside and it gets worse. Heavily inspired by the concept AMG GT, the production design is highly polarizing. Critics are already calling it a bloated silhouette that looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame when parked next to an Audi e-tron GT or a Porsche Taycan. The front end is littered with illuminated three-pointed stars that risk aging terribly, and the rear is dominated by a massive, hideous black panel that ruins the entire proportion of the vehicle. Mercedes-AMG has built a car that destroys the spec sheet, but in the process, they have destroyed their own identity. They are going to ask customers to pay what is expected to be well over $200,000 for a synthetic, artificial bloated EV that desperately fakes the ghost of the V8 it murdered. The original AMG GT four-door was an absolute legend. This new electric iteration is just an appliance on steroids. The horsepower is higher than ever, the charging speed is revolutionary, but make no mistake, the golden era of Mercedes-AMG is dead, and this 1,153 horsepower lie is its tombstone.